The statistics from last episode says that 70% of active military members identify as Christians. It's over 1.5 million people, which is a pretty big population, but that less than 9% of them read their Bible once a week or more. So it really speaks to a problem of, hey, we've got the situation where we're going through something difficult, where we live in trauma, and from a personal, introspective way, how do I deal with this, right? And you really got to have a firm foundation and footing in order to get the sets and reps in from a spiritual fitness standpoint to be able to get through that, right? And I think all that centers around your identity. And it was the very first episode we did on this podcast because we thought it was very important that we address who is your identity as a Christian in the military? What is it? And I think if we remember that and we ground ourselves and say, hey, first and foremost, let me remember who I am as a Christian in the military. That's a strong foothold from which I can get sets and reps in from a spiritual fitness standpoint to build and sustain that. And when I think about that, a lot of people struggle with their self-worth and the fact that maybe I continue to sin over and over again and I don't feel worthy, and Satan's got that voice creeping in. You're not good enough. How could he love you when all you do is sin every single time against him? You got to do something to make up for it. All these things. Ephesians 1:3-14 reminds us that, we're chosen, by God. We are adopted as his sons and daughters. We're redeemed by the blood of Christ and his sacrifice, and we are sealed by the promise that he's given us. And when you read those verses, it's pretty long, so I won't read it out completely. But when you read it's pretty powerful because it reassures you that no matter what, I am in God's hands and he loves me. And I can rest in the assurance of knowing that I am a Christian and I am rooted in an identity of him and not of the world, right? And I don't let the world pull at my identity so that, maybe I'm super hyper focused on personal success and chasing this or chasing that and drifting away from my identity. When I remember what my identity is as a Christian and I have that strong foothold, dude, that is the foundation on which you can build a strong house. And that house is spiritual fitness and resilience that will stand the test of time and any attack that Satan might have on you or the world might try and convince you is something other than what you believe as a Christian.